Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Okay, right. I hope you are in good condition. And let's uh, listen to a topic about good research questions, especially start to develop a good research question. Are you ready to listen? Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some steps to develop a good research questions. The first, of course, start with a broad topic. The second one, uh, do preliminary research to learn about topical issues. Number three, narrow down your topic and determine potential research question. Number four, evaluate the soundness of your research question. And number five, construct your research question properly. Let's talk one by one. Broadly, a good research question should be relevant, decided, and meaningful. Creating a research question can be a tricky process, but there is a specific method you can follow to ease the process. What are they? Step one is start with a broad topic. A broad topic provides writers with plenty of avenues to explore in their search for a viable research question. Techniques to help you develop a topic into subtopics and potential research questions include brainstorming and concept mapping. These techniques can organize your thoughts so you can identify connections and relevant themes within a broad topic. When searching for a topic, it is wise to choose an area of study that you are genuinely interested in. Since your interest in a topic will affect your motivation levels throughout your research. It also wise to consider the interest being addressed recently by the research community, and this may affect your paper's chance of getting published. Okay, that's all about start with a broad topic. Number two, do preliminary research to learn about topical issues. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have picked a topic, you can start doing preliminary research. This initial stage of research accomplishes two goals. First, a preliminary review of related literature allows you to discover issues that are currently being discussed by scholars and fellow researchers. This way, you get up-to-date relevant knowledge on your topic. Second, a preliminary review of related literature allows you to spot existing gaps or limitations in existing knowledge of your topic. With a certain amount of fine-tuning, you can later use these gaps as the focus of your research question. Moreover, certain institutions that provide grants encourage applicants to conduct a systematic review of available studies and evidence to see if a similar research study doesn't already exist before applying for a grant. Okay. Step number three is narrow down your topic and determine potential research questions. Ladies and gentlemen, once you have gathered enough knowledge on the topic you want to pursue, you can start focusing on a more specific area of study. One option is to focus on gaps in existing knowledge or recent literature. These methods involve constructing research questions out of identified limitations in literature and overlooked areas of study. Similarly, researchers can choose research questions that extend or complement the findings of existing literature. Another way of identifying and constructing research questions is problematization. As a methodology for constructing research questions, problematization aims to challenge and scrutinize assumptions that support authors and the researcher's theoretical position. This means constructing research questions that challenge your views or knowledge of the area of the study. On the other hand, the importance of taking into consideration the researcher's personal experience in the process of developing a research question is important. Researchers who are also practitioners, for instance, can reflect on problematic areas of their practice. Patterns and trends in practice may also provide new insights and potential ideas for research questions. Step number 4 is evaluating the soundness of your research question. Your initial research and review of related literature will have first produced some interesting questions that seem like they're worth pursuing. However, not all interesting questions make for sound research questions. Keep in mind that a research question draws its answer or conclusions through an analysis of evidence. Polito in 2007 suggests using a set of criteria known as the FINER, FINER criteria to find out if you have a good research question. The FINER criteria are outlined below. F stands for feasible, I stand for interesting, N stands for novel, E stands for ethical, R stands for relevant. Okay, first F, feasible. A good research question is feasible, which means that the question is well within the researcher's ability to investigate. Researchers should be realistic about the scale of the research, as well as their ability to collect data and complete the research with the skills and resources available to them. It's also wise to have a contingency plan in place in case problems arise. 2, I, interesting. The ideal research question is interesting not only to the researchers, but also to their peers and community. This interest boosts the researcher's motivation to see the question answered. Number 3, N, novel. Your research question should be developed to bring new insights to the field of study you are investigating. The question may confirm or extend previous findings on the topic you are researching. For instance, next, ethical, E for ethical. This is one of the more important considerations of making research questions. Your research questions and your subsequent study must be something that review boards and the appropriate authorities will approve. Finding plus R, R stands for relevant. Aside from being interesting and novel, the research question should be relevant to the scientific community and people involved in your area of study. If possible, your research question should also be relevant to the public's interest. So that's the criteria to evaluate the soundness of your research question. Feasible, interesting, novel, ethical, relevant. Yeah, that's it. The last step to develop a good research question is by constructing your research question properly, of course. Research questions should be structured properly to ensure clarity. There are a number of frameworks that you can use for properly constructing research questions. The 2 most commonly used frameworks are PICOT framework and PEO framework. What is PICOT framework? Okay, the PICOT, P-I-C-O-T framework was first introduced in 1995 by Richardson et al. Using the PICOT framework, research questions can be constructed to address important elements of the study, including the population to be studied, the expected outcomes, and the time it takes to achieve the outcome. With these elements, the framework is more commonly used in clinical research and evidence-based studies. P for population, patient, or problem. I for intervention or indicator being studied. C, comparison group. O, outcome of interest. T, time frame of the study. So that is about PICOT framework. And there is also PEO framework, PEO. Like the PICOT framework, the PEO framework is commonly used in clinical studies as well. However, this framework is more useful for qualitative research questions. This framework includes these elements: PEO, P for population being studied, E for exposure to pre-existing condition, and O for outcome of interest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all about the framework of constructing your research question properly. To be concluded, there are 5 steps to develop a good research question, including making a broad topic, starting with a broad topic, and then doing preliminary research, and then narrowing down the topic. After that, evaluating the soundness of your research question. The last one is constructing your research question properly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for listening. See you again in the next related video. Have a great day.